Hmm. I didn't expect that. Didn't expect a brace. I've had to end the stream early. Well, it wasn't early, but I just had to end it after the penalty. Um, yeah, it was. Yeah, one goal was enough, man. But you got two, yeah. Say less. Yeah, man, you're right, man. Why go out for the sympathy penalty though? Still, man, why did you give it to Dalman, man? Dalman was the one that won it, man. You could have just let my man have that. What's going on with you, bro? Like, you didn't need to give it to Gyökeres, bro. Like, build his confidence and that. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. 5-0. Gyökeres 2 goals. A dominant display. I ain't gonna lie, it was not lucky today. Luck. Anyway, lucky. So you lot in the comments today can't say it was lucky. You know, I ain't gonna talk about luck. I ain't gonna say he didn't deserve it. I ain't gonna say Leeds were the better team. None of that. It was an absolutely dominant performance from Arsenal. As expected, but a dominant performance from Arsenal. From the get-go, really, it was only going one way. Was it the most glamorous performance? No. Was it a dominant performance where Arsenal tried new things? They played against a low block again. They're trying to find little gaps to feed into, etc., etc. Did they have to resort back to their, I hate to say it, but set piece, ole, ole? I know you man got jealous of Chelsea, you know. I know you man got jealous of Chelsea. Chelsea scored, what, 3 set pieces yesterday? And you man were like, oh, man, that's our game, man. So we do, man. And you wanted to get back into that. You know what I'm saying? So there was 2 today out of what, you know what I mean, the 5. It was 2. And 1 was a penalty, but there was 2 in there. And that's how you scored first. Timber, of all people, man. Like, he is going to be eating on fantasy. If you got Timber today, he had a very good performance. Like, he's close to being man of the match in the game. There's maybe Declan Rice and whatnot, but Timber was everywhere today, man. He was literally pressing from the front. He was getting into midfield. He was, you know what I mean? He was doing all sorts, man. And like I said, the second goal that went into Saka, again, came through Timber, man. But it was his header that gave Arsenal the opening goal. And you know what? It was kind of very, very stale. Arsenal was struggling to really find the little pockets. Odegaard came off, and there was some bits and bobs where Arsenal were trying to be direct. Gyökeres had an opening chance where he scuffed it. But Arsenal were really, really struggling, and they will do because they're not used to playing with a striker. They're used to Havertz coming short. They're used to Havertz linking up play. They're used to Havertz kind of being the facilitator almost, rather than being the guy that gets to the end of things. And that's where Arsenal have got now. Sometimes they might be forcing a cross. I mean, forcing a pass. And that's where it can be a bit of a struggle for Arsenal. It may look like they're not doing a lot, but they're trying to figure it out and trying to make an understanding of it, because you've got to play with a striker. And Gyökeres in the first half wasn't really doing much. Yes, people can say there was no service, but he wasn't really doing much, to be honest with you. Like, I think he had 2 touches in the opposite box, which again for a striker isn't good enough. So, like I said, second half, I will talk about it. He had a very, very better second half, and he got more involved in the play. The first half, Leeds were happy for him just to stay there. He wasn't making it difficult. But like I said, Arsenal got the goals. Mendy, again, won the ball, played it to Timber. Timber over the top. And Saka. Listen, I think for me, the keeper should have done better. But it's a very, very good finish, though. It's a very, very good finish. To be doing that with your right foot. Like I said, it's one of them kind of saves where the keeper naturally, I've seen these kind of saves, keeper just lifts it over the top, but he doesn't have to do much, but it's lazy. Not only is it lazy, you're flat-footed, you're very stationary, you're not mobile, you're not ready, you're not anticipating, you're not being proactive. I think you've got to be on your toes and use both hands. Look at the other day with Sanchez. What are these keepers thinking? Who do they think they are? You're not that guy, man. Like, Do what you need to do to make sure that ball don't go in the back of the net. But listen, not taking anything away from Saka. Still a brilliant finish. Saka gets off the mark. And I'm not going to lie to you. 2-0, you think to yourself, the next goal is absolutely crucial. And Arsenal got it very, very relatively early on. Another set piece. It bobbles in the box and Timber is quick to anticipate. And this is what you want, man. Your defenders to be scoring goals. Like we used to have it back in the day with Rio and Vidic. You need everyone to kind of take part, really. And listen, set piece is a threat for Arsenal. We hate it because we're like, yo, this is not the Arsenal of old. But it is a weapon. Use your weapons wisely. Do what you need to do. And Arsenal will not care. You guys won't care. You Arsenal fans will not care. We'll be here, though, to call you Stoke City SC. You know what I mean? Like Stoke, whatever, Arteta. We will be here to mention that when it goes wrong. But in a day like this where, you know, Leeds United are not offering anything and they're very, very kind of almost weak at the back in terms of anticipating corners and whatnot. They weren't very, very kind of almost like ready. They weren't comfortable. And Arsenal do what they do best. They exploit the weaknesses. They make it difficult for you. And at the end of the day, was it a penalty? Was it a handball? I don't know. Saliba was there. Boom, it was a goal. But then Victor Gyökeres, man. I ain't going to lie to you. That was the Victor Gyökeres we all know. That was the Victor Gyökeres. Space in behind, deadly. It won't happen a lot, bro. But when it does, he let it go and he absolutely smashed it in the bottom corner. Could the defense done better? No. But that's typical Gyökeres. He found space. A brilliant ball, I believe, from Gabriel. He finds a space. He gets on his right foot. But what he does is, he's moving with the ball at such speed, yeah? And as he's going in, he's got a powerful run. He gets onto his right foot and he just lets one off, bro. And that's what it is with him. He just needs to find a little bit of space that he can use, then go at defenders. And I'm not going to lie to you, it is and it will be a terrifying start for defenders. It will be. When it gets there, and it may not happen for him a lot of times because the Premier League is different to the Liga NOS. But when he does, he will score goals and he will do that. And he will score it and he put it in the bottom corner. And you know what, man? I think he deserved it in the second half performance. I thought he linked up, played well. I thought he got more. He got in the game. He was aggressive. He wanted to win tackles. He wanted to win fouls. And I feel like he done more in the second half to warrant a goal and to warrant something for his hard work and his endeavour. I think, for me personally, anyway. And Max Dalman decided to come on. You know what I mean? Obviously, Saka got the injury. We wish him a speedy recovery. You know, I mean, nobody wishes injury on anyone. It does look peak, though, when you do have your other hamstring being effed, you know. Like, luckily, Arsenal have got Madueke. Luckily, Arsenal have got Trossard, Martinelli. There's Eze now. They've got depth. Even Weneri can play there. But there were some key injuries. Odegaard and Saka. You don't know how long they're going to be. I just hope they don't go in the market again because, boy, Rodrigo's available. You know what I mean? Rodrigo, all of a sudden, Man City lost today and Rodrigo's available. So, boy, let's hope ain't nobody going down there. Because, brother, they got Max Dalman, bro. Would you need Rodrigo when you got Max Dalman, bro? I ain't going to lie to you. That was a very good cameo, you know. At the start, it was a bit like, welcome to the Premier League. You know, physically, he was getting a bit bullied and whatnot. But you know what? When he started to grow in the game, he started to just find the little spaces, take people on, win a few fouls, give and go movement. He started to kind of almost make a space for himself. And then he won the penalty. Was it soft? I don't think so. The guy stood on his toe. He's got within every right to win the penalty. And he did. And I thought, for me, he had a bit of a danger. Could have scored when he let one off as well. Max Dalman, 15 years old, guys, man. People will notice this kid, man. Because if he gets getting little 30 minutes, 20 minutes cameos, man, that builds confidence, that builds momentum, and it builds his kind of almost like, yo, like, this is almost like adding to your kind of almost experience, man. It's like building your CV. You're building things. You're just adding to the pot. Like, you're just, yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. He's gonna need this, bro, because it's almost like good and well saying, you know what, welcome, and just throw him into a game where you need to win. But you've almost got to manage him. And Arteta, fair play to him. He bought him after, what, 3-0? Was it 4-0, actually? Yeah, 4-0. So, yeah, and then obviously the penalty, Gyökeres took it, and the rest is history. He smashed it in, by the way. Absolutely smashed it in the bottom corner. You're like, oh man, why, man? Why did he have to get 2 goals, man? But like I said, man, you beat who's in front of you. You know what I mean? Leeds didn't deserve anything. 1 shot on target, 3 shots in total. Arsenal, 5 shots on target, 5 goals. You know what I mean? Like, deadly. You know what I'm saying? They did what they needed to do. So 18 shots, 5 on target. 5 of them were goals as well. So, yeah, man. Listen, they did what they had to do. They were professional. You know what I mean? I thought they were solid. Low drama at the back. Squad depth, for me, when I look at it, what's coming off the bench is a lot for Arsenal. In terms of the Mascara, they brought on Trossard. They had even Martinelli on the bench. Havertz wasn't even there. Eze was not even there. So, listen, they have strength in depth. There is no excuses for Arsenal. 6 out of 6 going into Anfield. They would have taken that. They would have taken that all day long. Guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.